guys, Nalabyte here, and welcome to Goddess Primal Chaos tutorial number 2. Tonight we're going to be doing some dungeons, well, a dungeon. I'm going to show you guys how to get them set up and everything like that. We're going to be running with some of my alliance members, one of which is my new partner. She's awesome. Her name is Era, and she is so cool. Best wife there is. Okay, so when you get ready to start, we're going to be doing 105 right now. To go to your dungeons, which most of you probably already know this, but for those who don't really know the layouts or anything yet, I figured this would probably be the best way to show. You go to gameplay down in the corner, and then you hit dungeon on the side, and it brings up your list of dungeons. Now, there are a lot of dungeons. The highest on my server right now is 165, which no one on my server has quite reached that yet. I think the highest dungeon right now that we can reach is the 115. But, yeah, you have dungeons for different levels: 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, and 105. So they pretty much go in increments of levels of 10. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. We can't do that one. Okay, you can look at the rewards and they'll tell you what you can get. Once you get to higher levels, you're going to want to go for the dungeons that give you gold fate treasures. And then once you get up to higher levels to where you can start getting red, you're going to want to do those, because those will help with your treasures, which surprisingly treasures do add quite a bit to your power. But 75 through 105 that I can do right now will give me gold. Well, 75 and 85 will give me gold treasures, while 95 and 105 will give me gold fate treasures. Now, fate treasures will cover in different ones, but those are the better ones to go for between the two. You can start getting the red fate treasures from dungeons in 135. But if you're still really low, like around the 35, 45 and all that, then you're going to want to go with the highest one that you can actually do. And also try to remember, when you're picking a dungeon to do, to always look at the recommended power level. If your power level is below that, I wouldn't suggest doing it unless you have at least 1 or 2 of the people in your team that are way above it. Like, say you're trying to go for level dungeon 65. It's a level 65 and the recommended power is 69,000. Say you're level 65, but you only have, like, I don't know, 50,000, 55,000. You're not going to want to go in there with people who are your power. You're going to want to go in with people who are higher than 69,000, just to make sure that you don't die. And it's always a good idea to carry respawn pots on you, and I'll show you what a respawn pot is. You can get these in your alliance store. You can get these just in many different ways, but it's always good to stockpile them. They're these right here, respawn pots. When you die, you can respawn and complete the dungeon. You can also use them in, like, PKing and just different stuff like that. I wouldn't suggest using them in PKing unless you don't really die that often, or you have an abundance of them, because in the higher dungeons, until you get to a good power level, you will die a lot. It's pretty much inevitable. So the dungeon that I'm going to be doing tonight with my partner Era and our alliance member and friend Dead Hero, we're going to be doing Prison of Hatred, which is a level 105. Be careful with this part. Sometimes in 105 you can get dungeon passes, which will allow you to automatically complete the dungeon. If you're going with a team, always hit cancel. If you don't have a team set up or you don't want to bother with it, then you just hit OK, and then it'll use one of your dungeon passes. I have accidentally hit OK when I was trying to set one up for me and some of my alliance members, and yeah, it just didn't. I was very mad, very, very mad. So if you don't want to use the dungeon pass to automatically complete it, just hit cancel. Now there are two types of teams that you can create. You can create regular teams, or you can create password teams. If you're doing an alliance group or just a group with your friends, it's always a good idea to hit password create team, because it will have you, it has to have them type in the password, which I'm going to pause this recording for a second and type in the password. We use an alliance password, and I don't want that getting out, so just one moment. Okay, but when that little box comes up, you'll just type in the password that you want, and then you'll hit OK, and it'll bring this up. And then you come down here to invite. This is if you're doing with just friends and stuff. If you aren't doing with friends and you just want randos, which randos is what we call randoms, then you'll just hit create team and it'll pop up. And then if you're doing randoms, you just want anybody to join, you can hit everyone, and it'll send out a little thing down at the bottom in team chat telling everybody that, you know, you've got a dungeon going. So for this one, we're going to be inviting my partner Era and my friend and alliance member Dead Hero. Now you do have a cooldown on how quick you can invite, and it's like 10 seconds. There's my beautiful wifey. If you get somebody in here that you don't want, say you're doing a regular one, and you don't want them in here, if their power's too low, if you don't like them, you know, whatever, just hit the little X next to their name, and it'll kick them. And then if you want to leave the team yourself, you just hit the little X next to your name. The one at the top corner will just kind of lower it, and it'll still be up here. You can see right underneath my... we're going to hide that. You can see right here underneath my UD, or my HDI, UDI, I don't know, my HUD. It'll say the team, and then you just hit it, and when you're ready to go in, you hit enter. Okay, so every dungeon pretty much has... Now I'm going to leave it on auto so I can talk to you guys while they're fighting. Every dungeon pretty much has strategies to beat the main boss. Leading up into that, most dungeons are pretty straightforward. They're kind of like stages. They're just more in depth once you get up to the boss. So you really need to try and learn, like with him, the Netherlord that we just killed, he is the boss for level 75 dungeon, I think it's, yeah, 75. He was the one who gave me the most difficulty when I first started doing dungeons, because he was the one where you really have to start paying attention to strategies for bosses, because they can be a real pain in the a lot of the times. With the one that we're going into, it's the same boss as oh, what is that dungeon called? It's level 88 Dragon Tooth dungeon. It's a nightmare dungeon. You can get a dragon tooth dropped in, I don't think they can drop in 95. I could be wrong. Well, no, I think they can drop in 95. 95 and 105, I believe, at my current level, can drop little dragon tooth tokens, and you can use those to enter the nightmare dungeon. And there's a whole bunch of different nightmare dungeons, but we'll cover those in a later one, because those are special dungeons that aren't really exactly like this. So we're up here to the very, I won't say end, because it's not exactly the end, and please forgive the lag. As you guys probably have seen from my Lava Lord video, I tend to lag during this, so we're gonna have a hard time doing this. My tablet is just not the greatest when it comes to multitasking. Recording, we're only getting anywhere between 6 and 9 frames per second. Okay, this is the strategy for this one. These little crystals you want to go and try and take out whenever they pop up. If you don't, there's going to be little beams of light, and my hero's already dead. There's going to be little beams of light. Am I lagging? I think I'm lagging. That one was already dead. That one's not. Sorry guys. Yeah, see, you see the little beams of light that are coming through and showing. Those will kill you. Okay, maybe not kill you unless your health is like really low, but still, you don't want to run into him. And they're always going to be on the outer edges, so just kind of, and when his, sorry, these get really intense. When they pop up, take them out, and then go after the boss. In this case, it's Golem Bakar. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but hey. And you saw that little red circle that was around him when he was getting ready to attack. That right there, how it was red in the middle and it had yellow edges, that's his big attack. You want to get out of range when he does that. If not, you're going to lose a lot of health. Kind of like how I'm losing health now because I'm lagging. I'm not lagging as bad as I was. Oh, my screen's red. That's not good. I'm down to my last bar of health. I might just get to show you guys how to use a respawn pot. If he does another attack, I'll stand still just to kind of show you what you're gonna be wanting to avoid. Because I know for a fact that my teammates can handle this even if I die once. I mean, Era's in the 400,000s, and Dead Hero I think is 200 and something thousand. Okay, I have officially died to show you guys. You have roughly 95 seconds. You're gonna hit instant respawn and it'll bring it up, and then you can continue attacking. If you do not have the respawn pots, let's get out of there. It'll ask you if you can pay gems to revive yourself, or it'll take you back to the city. If you have the gems and no respawn pots, by all means, you probably want to use them, because if you die and you have to return to the city, you will not get your rewards for that dungeon. So it's always a good idea to do that. I might do some more of these videos for dungeons later on. I might go back and maybe one of these weekends, because on weekends you get double tries, which means instead of having 4 tries total to use on any 2 dungeons, which means you can have to you can run a dungeon twice, but you only can do 4 dungeons total. So on weekends it's 8. So maybe sometime this weekend or next weekend I'll take some of those tries and make some videos about the other dungeons, just to kind of show you guys how to do them. In case you're having difficulties. This one, like I said, was 105, and it was run with my partner and one of my friends and alliance members. So, like I did in the last one, let's tell them to say hi, guys. This is our alliance chat. And that lovely lady that just talked, that is my darling partner and one of my really good friends, Era. She's awesome. If you guys ever run into her on server 47 or in 3v3 or anything, give her a shout out. Tell her hi. Tell her you've seen her in one of Nalabyte's videos. Same with Dead Hero. They're both great to run with. Dead runs with us quite a bit. was gonna wait for Ruby to show up because because she was griping because she was teasing me about Alliance Chat and YouTube and all that, and I said I would block it so you guys didn't see it. So I was trying to wait for her to pop up so she could say hi. Oops. And you watch, she's gonna be AFK the one moment I decide to pop in. But I was giving her shit because she was sitting there saying something about she'll get in on it one way or another. And that's Grimace and Cap. Grimace, if you guys hear her or hear me refer to someone as named Copter in any of my later videos, that's who I'm referring to as Grimace. She's a good friend of mine, and so is Cap. Did she leave? She better not have. She did. I'm going to beat her. Ruby, I know you're probably going to be watching this because you watch all of my videos. Heifer. You were supposed to stick around and say hi to YouTube. You were complaining about it. Get your butt back here. Well, it's a little late now. Okay. Since she decided to run away to Facebook, I'll have to go nail her for not being on to tell you guys hi. But, yeah, that's pretty much how you do dungeons. If there is a specific dungeon that you would like me to show you a strategy for, feel free to post it in the comments below. At some point, I am going to do videos for all of the dungeons, at least that I can get to currently, and then as I progress and learn the strategies, I'll do videos for those too. But if there's a specific one that you're just not quite getting or something like that, feel free to leave me a comment in the comments below, and I will get a video done on that one first. There will be more tutorials to come, so if there's anything that you guys would like a tutorial done on that I haven't already done, feel free to let me know in the comments below as well. I do read my comments, every single one of them, and I pretty much reply to all of them too, so yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this tutorial, guys. So once again, I'm Nalabyte, and I'm from server 47, so if you guys are feeling froggy, come on over and visit us. So yeah, that's it. If you liked this tutorial, mash that like button like it's on a controller, and feel free to comment and subscribe for more content in the future. And as always, I'm Nalabyte, and I will see you all in the next one. Later, guys!